before the set starts, although I'd love to commentate another match with Leon, I'm way too mentally exhausted to do so. It's pretty fun.
My bad.
You want to, like, play some this week? Are you busy with work?
I mean, I'll be at work like 9 to 5, but other than that.
Okay, yeah, I'm free. I don't have a job at the moment, and my semester's over, so until Saturday semester, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, non-tipper F Smash.
Yeah.
Okay, I was talking about tipper F Smash though.
No, he was talking about non-tipper the whole time.
Okay, I was always talking about tipper F Smash.
Oh no, yeah. Tipper is obviously much better.
Okay, that makes sense.
What is he saying?
But still, that's still good to know.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so I was right. Yeah, it's good as fuck. I mean, Dolphin Slash is obviously Marth's one of his best filmmakers for sure. But yeah, in any case, stream, thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure. I'll leave you guys to watch this hype set of Boulevard Response Season 6.
Alright, bye.
Until next time, adios.
Alright, I guess I'll just go that way, Pat. Just go that way. Just go that way. Go that way. I guess I'll solo commentate for a bit, honestly. Oh, Thomas is still here. Good. I can give him a ride home. Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm so tired. Some of you give me some stuff to talk about. I'll try and talk about the match, but like I need some other shit too. Why strike to FOD? Well, let's figure it out. So theoretically, Dreamland is probably good for Samus. FD is good for Luigi. I would assume Yoshi's is good for Luigi because easy kills, even though up B is good there. And then you would expect Leon to go here instead of Battlefield because he gets more recovery mix-ups with the walls. It's not like the walls underneath the ledges. So, yeah. This is Losers Finals, by the way, Alex, if you can change the overlay. I do not blame you for stepping away from the stream during that set. Even though it actually was super cool, but God, that was long. Yeah, it was fucking nuts. Hey Zane, are you going to school for theater? No, I went to school for film. Also, I'm done. I graduated like 2 weeks ago. I got a double major in film and visual arts, but film's like my more main thing. That's what I'm going to try and do when I move back to New York. I just ran a theater group at Columbia. What is your spirit animal? Oh, wow. The missile actually killed him because Luigi slid so much and he tried to like wave dash out of shield. What is your spirit animal? I don't know, man. I like penguins, that's where my tag comes from, but like, I don't think it's my spirit animal. It's probably just honestly some sort of dog. I'm a lot like a dog in a lot of ways. What are your top 5 favorite films? Oh man, I really like Paul Thomas Anderson. Magnolia is one of my favorite films. Boogie Nights is one of my favorite. Usual Suspects is one of my favorite. There's a movie called 3 Colors Red by this Polish director, Krzysztof Kieślowski. That's absolutely one of my favorite films of all time. What else? I don't know, man. There's so many movies. I find it so hard to, like, say favorite movies. I really like Cleo 5 to 7. Or sorry, 9 to I can never remember the fucking hours in that. 5 to 7. It's Cleo 5 to 7. If you've never seen that movie, it's like a French movie. It's really old, but it's really good. Does 3 colors really count as one? No, it doesn't. Red is my favorite 3 colors. That's what I was choosing. That's a trilogy of red, white, blue, if you were meaning. How are you so prepared for that question? Because he saw I was a film major. I just said that, so... Yeah. PTA overrated? Nah, man. PTA is great. PTA is awesome. Oh, you know what? Honestly, it's hard saying this because it's like such a recent movie. But it's not really that much, but it feels weird putting in like favorite movies all time. But like, oh, dude, Chungking Express is amazing. I really loved Her by Spike Jonze. It's just been like, I don't know, it's because of like personal stuff. But that honestly, like that's totally valid in favorite movies. I'm not talking about like the best movies, just my favorites. Whoa, Boulevard is sick. That would have killed anyways. It's sort of honestly just dumb luck that was the meteor, but like that was still sick. Do I like Charlie Kaufman? I love Charlie Kaufman. I love all of those movies, and I really loved Jesus Christ. What was the animated fucking Charlie Kaufman movie that came out last year? That was really great too. What's up, Jeffrey? I'm talking about movies. You want to sit down? City of God, also great movie. Do I think David Lynch is overrated? No, but I think that people overrate certain parts of him sometimes. I think he's a genius. He's also like an asshole, which is totally valid. Like, I also love David Fincher. Zodiac's one of my favorite movies, but he's also an asshole. Oh, Y Tu Mama También is great. Mujeres en el borde de un ataque de nervios might be in my top 5. I think that's one of my favorite movies of all time. The most educational? I don't know. Most educational? I don't know what you mean by that. Although Sam has been asking me to give him movie recommendations recently, because Sam Laudandis historically thinks all Western media is trash. So. What's up, Jeffrey? Move your mic closer.
Laudandis also only watches animated stuff.
Well, yeah, so recently he's been asking me to give him other non-animated stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and I think so far he really liked Reservoir Dogs and The Usual Suspects.
Reservoir Dogs, I would recommend both of those.
Thoughts on Wes Anderson films? What movie teaches you the most? I don't think any movie can teach you, like, teaches you the most, maybe like, Bergman teaches you a lot about directing because he's just a genius. Honestly, if you want to learn about directing, you should watch a bunch of old movies. You should watch the Soviets, like the Soviet filmmakers. You should watch Eisenstein. You should watch New Wave, like 8½, and stuff, because I think it'll make you think about film differently. But for me, Paul Thomas Anderson was the first director where I watched him and I was like, oh my god, there was a person who made really concrete choices as to how this movie was going to look. So, yeah. Ooh, this is close. Big Lebowski's great. I think Wes Anderson's great. I think, like, again, misunderstood. I also have different opinions on his films than most people. Grand Budapest Hotel is one of my least favorite Wes Anderson films, and my favorite is Rushmore. Yeah, I don't know. I could talk about movies for a long time. But Jeffrey, let's talk about something you can talk about.
Let's talk about something. I enjoy Wes Anderson films.
You can talk about movies?
I'm just not as educated as you are in film.
Tell me about your favorite movies.
My favorite movie. What's my favorite movie? Shawshank Redemption.
That's a great movie. I have a lot of respect for movies like that, honestly, that like are not super experimental or like daring, but just incredibly well-told stories.
Yeah.
Like, did you see Spotlight like 2 years ago? That's a movie that I feel is like that. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
Boulevard. Well, that means Boulevard beat Weedlord.
Yeah, actually, Dan Sackroyd, you're right. Everyone does think Rushmore is the right one, or is the best one. But I don't think most people think Grand Budapest is one of his worst ones.
I did not like
Grand Budapest. I don't think it's that good at all. I think it's like a pastiche of Wes Anderson films in a lot of ways. Like, it's everything that people think about him, but without like the things that make his best films really good. So, yeah.
That sucks.
Will they ever talk about the match again?
Probably not.
I don't know, man. Honestly,
here. Boulevard just dropped a pretty sick edge guard, and it sucked for him because he died at 25%.
Honestly, like, Patrick and I gave you some... We listened to your feedback, and we gave you some pretty, like, real commentary for a 30-minute long fucking set.
That's pretty long.
So, like...
That's about as long as you'll ever get.
Wow, Boulevard is going fucking insane. I'm sorry to that one guy who keeps telling me to not swear so much. I swear a lot when I'm tired.
Fuck that.
I agree, Chris. Boulevard's actually unbeatable. He's actually the best player in the world.
Thoughts on Inglourious Basterds?
Oh, I love Inglourious Basterds. I think it's one of Tarantino's best films. It might actually be... No, it's not his best, but I think it's one of his best for sure.
Gladiator, I don't agree with. Ocean's 11, I guess you could argue. I could understand an argument for Ocean's 11.
I agree with you, Lydian, Royal Tenen. Actually, for me it's been... Oh, tied second best. Is it tied with Moonrise Kingdom? Because if it is, then I agree with you 100%. No, I love Inglourious Basterds. Also, I love that, like... I don't know, I love Melanie Laurent in that film. And it's like, Tarantino does have a lot of cool female characters, but like, not in the way that Melanie Laurent is in that film. She's great. Inglourious Basterds is his best. What's better? I think you could make arguments for Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is a really cool film, but Inglourious Basterds is just like really great. Thoughts on Francis Ford Coppola? I watched a lot of Coppola this year. I think he's a genius. Yeah, a lot of his stuff that like people don't talk about is really good too. Like there's this one movie called fuck, I don't even remember what it's called right now. It's about like this surveillance expert in San Francisco. God, what's it called? It's Gene Hackman is in it. But I watched it this year and it was honestly amazing. I'm looking it up right now. And then his other stuff, like Apocalypse Now is great. The Conversation, that's what it's called. That's a really great movie. Yeah, The Conversation, yeah. Sofia Coppola is also amazing. Congrats to her on being the second female director to ever win Best Director at Cannes. That's pretty fucking cool. Oh, what the hell? Is Leon gonna win this match? Okay, we can talk about that. Leon, please. Oh my god. I want you to win, but like, am I really gonna be commentating 2 of your sets for an hour? Is that really what's gonna happen?
Boof and I were playing friendlies, and every time we look back, it's still Leon.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Let's go, Leon. Reverse 3-0.
This is longer than I played net play with Leon last night.
I saw the Marth clip that you put on Twitter.
God. That was I'm the green Marth in that, by the way. I'm the one
Okay, I wasn't sure.
I did watch season 2.
Actually, no, I did. I was sure at the end because he smirked when he got him snatched. He was like...
There was a lot of trust between both of us involved in that clip, too. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Chris, I love that you always refer to Boulevard as BLVD in all caps. Like, Jesus. Is it still Leon? Is this new thing now? That would actually be pretty funny. Eternal Leon. Eternal Leon of the Spotless Mind.
You like that movie?
I like that movie a lot, yeah. I have like... I have a real soft spot for Con Air as the greatest movie of all time. I watched the first season of True Detective. I loved it. I have a real soft spot for genre movies and genre TV shows like True Detective that just like commit a lot to their like True Detective's just super pulpy. Related to that, what is it that someone just like asked me about? I'm so sorry. I'm like trying to keep up. Someone asked me about something and I like it. I have a soft spot for films that are really earnest, honestly. Twin Peaks is great. I haven't watched the new season yet, but I'm sure it's great. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like Interstellar is a movie that I really, really love because like I really like sci-fi that's not mainly about like the sci-fi aspect of it. Like it is, but I don't know. A lot of people have written about how like sci-fi. Thank you so much. A lot of people have written about how like sci-fi is always about the present. And I think emotional sci-fi is something that's sort of gotten lost recently as sci-fi became more mainstream and we got like all these high-budget Star Trek movies and stuff. But Interstellar is like a movie that's about emotion. And honestly, all of the people who like say it's not scientifically accurate, like first of all, fuck that, because like it doesn't need to be. Sci-fi doesn't need to be accurate. You just like want it to be because it's a prestige sci-fi film and you're totally fine with Star Trek not being accurate. Also, it's honestly pretty accurate. Kip Thorne was the like scientific advisor and he's like one of the greatest living.
Yeah, Chris, you did tell us it was going to be a 3-stock.
Yeah, you actually did. Boulevard is fucking nuts.
Boulevard is trying
that had hit. Dude, his side B against Weedlord, that was crazy.
I was really hoping Fox Keeper was going to power up Daniel to go all the way to this fountain, but it was not for it.